Good evening. We only have a few seconds left before startup. Good evening. Is the frequency in use? My name is Paul, K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex radio net. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? If there is an emergency, please call 911. If you can't contact them, or if you want somebody to talk to till they get there, we're ready. On YouTube right now under the, you can look up my call, K4PEW, on the search block for YouTube, or you can look it up under Brain Trust, the channel, BRAINTRUSTS. Or you can look us up on the web for the website 146415.net. Or you can go to groups.io and get on the email list at groups.indiaoscar and look it up under MJSS for Mount Juliet Simplex Society. Or you can just contact me at K4PEW@ARRL.net. 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night, as we've been prone to do for the last about 5.5 years, a little over 5.5, I think. But we're and we do it on 146.415, 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night. Purpose of the net is to have fun and hopefully help people get better at what we do in ham radio, building better stations, building better everything. And just have a lot of fun doing it, meeting more people. Yes, now we're going to go on to announcements. And we invite everyone to use the net to make announcements on amateur radio, regarding amateur radio and other public events. Tonight I would announce that tomorrow night there's a Bowling Green Simplex night at 7:30 on 146.430. That's 146.430, and that's at 7:30 tomorrow night. Also at 8 p.m. the Wilson County Amateur Radio Club has an information net, and that is on 147.105. The plus offset in a 156.7 PL. There's also this coming Saturday, don't forget, there is a breakfast, 8 a.m., and it is at Courtney's in Mount Juliet, which is a quarter mile south of Lebanon Road on the west side. Can't really miss it. If you've been here any length of time, you know where Courtney's is. And then also the same day, the Dalton Ham Fest is in Dalton, Georgia, and it starts at 8 a.m. on the 22nd, which is this coming Saturday also. So if you're not going to the Dalton Ham Fest, make sure to come to our breakfast, and maybe we'll have 1 or 2 items for sale if somebody brings them. Does anybody have any additions or subtractions or deletions from that list? I don't hear anything. Well, then this is net number 563, and we start from the west. We'll start taking check-ins. Does anybody have any comments about the announcements? Nothing heard. Then we go ahead and start from the west. Please come now.
KN4TJF.
Hey, Rick. What's up with you?
Oh, man, not much. I got my push-up pole. I haven't got it mounted or anything yet, but it's coming in progress. So it's a little slow, but it's coming along. Won't be long.
All righty. So the push-up pole is going to be on the 2-meter vertical, and then you're going to put on the same mast, you're going to put that beam?
Yes. Yes, the beam will be somewhere on the mast with the 700, and then the 10-meter will be on a shorter pole. Hopefully it's going to be high enough.
No, you'll do well. I think you're doing good now. I mean, you'll be able to hear. Your real issue is hearing other people, northeast and west, northeast, east, and southeast.
Yeah, right. Robert graciously brought it to me. What a great guy. It was really nice of him to do that. And so apparently it has 4 8-foot pieces. So it's not quite 50 foot, but I don't think I would probably have a good time with it, 50 foot of that, because I think it would be too small for my 700. But we're going to guide off, and I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah, once you guide off good, and the only thing I ever worry about in that kind of stuff is high winds.
Yeah, myself, Paul, been up on standard. That's not what I meant. Some pretty strong winds from time to time in there. storms up here, so usually Clarksville, comes out of Clarksville, and it hits, and I'm always concerned about limbs coming down as well.
Oh yeah, no, I've had all kinds of limbs hit my wire antennas. Well, very good, Rick. Glad to hear you in there. I'm glad you're making progress. That's Rick in Ashland City. He's at Kilo November. His call is Kilo November 4 Tango Juliet Foxtrot again, Ashland City, and Rick making progress. Who else? West.
KM4YRF.
Hey.
But the weather has cooperated enough to get the 10-meter antenna.
Okay, I got you. That's what I thought it was. You were trying to get that up there. You're 10 meter up higher.
Yeah, I'm going to put it up at least 10 more feet. That'll put it about 20-something feet.
Yeah, you know, I forgot to mention we have the 10-meter net following tonight's net. I forgot all about mentioning that. You see, you reminded me.
Yeah, I would never forget that.
No, I don't think so. We had a good. We were on there for quite a while last Wednesday, as I remember.
Yes, we were. We had a really good time last week on the 10-meter net. I had a message from Charles, and he was.
Charles, hello. I will talk to you later. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, the 10-meter net, and I forgot to mention too that Sunday nights we want to make sure. I think I'm sending out reminders, but Sunday nights there's a net on 10 meters at 7:30 on that same frequency, the 28.415 on upper sideband. So anybody else wanting to check in on that on Sunday nights? We had grand total. I think what do we have 4 on this past Sunday, Michael?
Yeah, I think it was 4 or maybe 5. I think it was 4.
Yeah, that's right. Well, 5 would be a 20% increase, right? 25% actually.
Yeah, it was 4. Charlie made 4.
Yeah, very good. All righty. Well, very good, Michael. I'm glad you're looking forward to some good stuff, and appreciate your participation in handling that 10-meter net this past week or two. Romeo Foxtrot, Michael, and he's in Bellshire. Who else is up next, West?
84 OEN. Hi, Paul in the game.
Oh, wow, a blast from, my gosh, I hope you're doing better. It's been a while. I just couldn't tell you how long.
Hi, Paul. It has been a while. Well, tomorrow will be 3 weeks since my knee replacement, so it's been a little while, and we missed getting on here, but you know how things like that go. So anyway, we're glad to be back, and good to hear from all of you.
Yeah, very good. There weren't any complications from that with your knee, were there?
Nope, everything went great. Actually, today is the first day I got up going. Really move forward from now on. Still doing physical therapy. That's a little challenging sometimes, but I know that's what makes it work. So, and no complications, thank goodness.
Ah, very good. Yeah, I was just telling my wife this week. I said, I know that down the road I got hip replacement coming up at some point because it's just a pain. Well, you know what the pain is. I don't have to tell you.
Yep, I haven't had a hip before, but I've had the other knee, of course, a couple of years ago. But it's well worth it. It changes your quality of life and improves it a lot.
Fantastic.
Talk to you, Paul. Thanks for all you do, and hello to everybody else. Weekend.
Very good, Mary. That was Mary. Well, we're going to move on to Marty. How you doing, Marty?
Good, fast. Everything is going great. And fixing to eat dinner.
Ah, very good. I haven't had dinner yet either, so we got some waiting for me after the net. So, yeah, it's good to hear you on the air. You were absent for a couple of weeks there.
Yeah, she had to go to the hospital for that. She was those procedures.
Oh, yeah. How well I know. Yeah. Well, your health care and your family comes first, as you know. I mean, I appreciate people being on the air, but they got better things to attend to.
Good to hear you.
Yeah, very good to hear you. Good to hear you and Mary as well. Good to hear you back on the air. I missed you. Anyway, that was Marty, Kilo Delta 4 Bravo Quebec Kilo, and Mary, Kilo Delta 4 Oscar Echo November, and they're in Bellshire as well. Good to have you both in there. Good to hear from you, and I'm glad you're doing well, Mary. Who else do we have? West, please come in.
KB9 OCD.
Hey, Greg, how are you?
I'm doing very well, Paul, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, although I haven't eaten, so I'm starting to get ornery for this evening.
Oh, I know how that gets to be. We've already eaten, but been sitting around here in the shack, and I did fully retire, so just day by day now.
Oh, I hear you. You're probably, well, if you're up and around and doing better, you're probably going to be busier being retired than you were working.
I keep hearing that story all the time, that you're more busy retired than what you are when you was working.
Well, the time flies you think it flies fast. Sometimes it works, but it flies faster when you're retired. And I can't believe I've been retired for almost 10 years now. So it's hard to believe.
I understand that, or I will understand that. So, no, I'm having back issues, so we're checking with all of our options and second and third opinions, one thing and the other, and seeing what we're going to do.
Yeah, no, I hope that goes well for you. Back issues are no fun. Any issue is no fun for that matter. But I guess my only advice to anyone who has either potentials for back issues, I know I'm one of them because I've had them, but just regular exercise is probably the best way to stave off issues long term, or at least control what you got wrong. The muscles have to control. I mean, the muscles are what holds you together. It ain't the spine and the discs.
I hear you. Well, we saw proof positive that I've got 2 discs gone, so we're just checking with our people that we believe in and trust as far as in the medical field and see what their opinion is.
Oh yeah, no, we have to put our trust in the experts for sure. I mean, we're not going to the walk-in clinic for back surgery.
No, not hardly. All right, let me get out of here, and it's good to be back on the net, and you have a good evening, Paul. It was good talking to you. KB9OCD.
Yeah, very good, Greg. That's Greg. Kilo Bravo Delta, and he is it? Oh my gosh, is it Pleasant View? What is it?
You got it, Pleasant View.
Oh wow, sorry for that, and I got it right. Very good. There's something still left up in there. All right, very good. Again, Greg, Kilo Bravo 9, Oscar, Charlie Delta, in Pleasant View. And a good signal from Pleasant View. Who else? Wes, please come in.
Hey, Paul.
You.
Question. On your live feed, it shows your radio at 146.414.8.
Hold on. There, now I got it straightened out. Something bumped it. Probably me.
Oh, you sound a lot better now.
Very good. Yeah, it wasn't off by much, but I hadn't even noticed that I bumped it. So I'm glad you pointed that out. All righty. That was Greg, Kilo Bravo 9, Oscar, Charlie Delta, making a nice correction to the, he's being my remote engineer tonight. Who else? West, please come now. No more West. And we're moving over to the south of 40. Please come now.
Kilo 4, Oscar, Fox Oscar.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Good, good.
Had a seriously, Donnie, go ahead again.
Roger. Yeah, I know he hadn't got east yet, but if Jeff Silvis happened to have his radio on, they need to comment on tonight, Jeff. Can you hear me? Sorry for the adding that in there, but appreciate it. Good to hear you on the net tonight. I'll let you get back to it. And thanks for coming back to me. K4FO, be clear.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, you can send messages. There's no rules here. You know that. Anyway, that's Donnie. He's south of me about 5 miles. Kilo 4, Oscar, Foxtrot, Oscar. He's down in Hermitage, east of Mount Juliet Road. Who else is south?
And one MBJ. A Yankee Victor.
Okay, hold on, Larry. I got you in there. Michael beat you in from Mount Juliet here. Michael, how you doing?
Pretty good, Paul. Just trying out my DMR radio on Simplex.
Well, it's got excellent audio. You must be on the home antenna, right?
Actually, I'm just on the HT antenna by itself.
We're almost 40 over here.
Well, that sounds pretty good, I guess, then.
No, but the audio is particularly good. It's got a nice, deep, sounding audio.
Well, that's good to hear. Too bad I can't try it through the internet and the DVM, but this should do fine for now. Just wanted to try it this month. I hadn't really talked on it Simplex yet.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. Well, it's working fine. I've still got to get back to you on that, on some of those programs or some of those frequencies you had asked about.
Found a few, and I also talked to somebody in Greece on the DMR the other day. They're having a carnival or something over there. I was doing that yesterday, so that was
Spot.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Yeah, I was going to wonder, was either that or because I think you can probably hit the that DMR repeater that's up. I don't know where it is. Gallatin, maybe.
I'm not sure about those yet. I haven't figured out how to do the local repeaters yet. Just doing through the hotspot at this point.
Ah, very good. Yeah, it's everything outside of Simplex gets a little more complicated. Have you noticed?
Yeah, as much as I dive into technology, it's a whole new ball game. I think that's about it for me. Back to net 73, Paul, N1MDJ.
Yeah, very good. November 1, Mike Delta Juliet. Is it November 1? Why do I have that right? It is November 1, isn't it? Or is it November 4?
It's N1. You had it right first time. Go with your first thought.
Yeah, no, when I see a 1 in there, it throws me for a loop. I just don't see that many here in here in Middle Tennessee. So I said, could I be wrong? No. Anyway, that was Michael, N1MDJ, and he is here in Mount Juliet. Well, he's just east of Mount Juliet, a little bit, and south of 40. Larry's up next, KE4SYV.
Good afternoon. I was wondering if you heard anything out of Dan lately.
I have not. I did write him, though, and he said he was just dealing with some issues, health issues, and he wasn't able to get on the air, but he's still hanging in there.
That's good to know. If you hear from him, tell him I said hi. We'll let you get on with it. KE4SYV.
All right, very good. That was Larry, Kilo Echo for Sierra Yankee Victor, and he's in Rockville. Who's up next, Sal?
W4 Juliet.
Hey, Eddie. Today for Saturday's breakfast, I hope.
Yeah, I'm getting things ready. I'm going to try to be there. Yeah, I hope Dan is feeling better and gets back on the air. And I heard Larry real good tonight. And I guess we'll see everybody Saturday morning.
All right, very good. That was Eddie. Whiskey 4 Echo Bravo X-Ray. He's in Gladeville, just east of Mount Juliet a little bit, and a little south of 40. And a good signal as always, Eddie. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you and everybody else on Saturday morning. Else, south, please come in. Anybody else south?
Bravo, Oscar, West.
Ah, very good. It's not Larry. How are you doing?
Just hanging out, get ready to play a little video game, and then get some rest for another work day tomorrow.
That's a dirty word.
No, not what you do, what I do. I live the dream, friend. I get paid for what I would do for fun.
Ah, very good. Yeah, that is. I usually had days like that, but it wasn't quite that true. I mean, it was mine was. I just enjoyed what I did. The boat.
Yeah, I bought a pair of crutches at Goodwill this weekend and cobbled together a little J-pole antenna.
Oh, very good. Yeah, nothing like a little impromptu building something to put up an antenna.
Seems like I got rid of all my tools, so I had a pipe cutter and a screwdriver, and that was about it. So.
Oh boy, yeah, I know the deal. I got lots of tools. I can't keep track of them. Oh yeah, I'm with you. Well, it's also yeah, if you're trying to maintain tools in one more, even worse.
Yeah, I got enough tools to work on the bike and the engines on the boat. That's about it.
All right, that was not Larry. Kilo Oscar for Bravo Oscar, and he's over there on Percy Priest Lake on his boat. And again, good to have you in there. And you got a good signal. Who else is Sal? Please come in. Over to the east, then, east of Mount Juliet. Please come in.
Oh, indeed. WA4ZHI.
Okay. He did. You covered him up, James, but he beat you in there at the beginning. So it's Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo. How you doing, Richard? You won.
That's a switch. I'm doing pretty good. Looking forward to Saturday morning seeing everybody. Just took a trip. I told you about that though, and good to be home. Traveling's okay, but it's good to get back when you're where you belong. Y'all carry on. Thanks for what you do. See you Saturday morning. KI4S. I'll be back to net.
All right, very good. That was Kilo India 4, Sierra India Bravo. It's about a 1 in 20 win on beating James out on East. Good to have you in there, Richard. He's over in just west of Lebanon. James, he did. You covered him up after I heard his nose went over the line first.
Yeah, he probably maybe about 2 or 3 seconds.
Oh, it wasn't even that long. It was about.
Well, good for him.
That's a rarity, though. You know that.
I'll step aside for him.
Oh, I know you would. You're a gentleman and a scholar, as they say.
He's bigger than me.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't make any bets on who can outrun who, though.
I wouldn't either. I don't know about that.
No, me neither. I'm getting too old to be in races. It was like I heard that comedian that Kevin James in King of Queens says, yeah, I can fight, but after about 1 minute, I have to fight sitting down.
I don't know if I can do that or not anymore.
I know it. Well, very good. Anything new in your household?
No, just see the rain come and go.
Yeah, we certainly don't need any more rain, but I see there's some coming in a few days. They say, at least I think it is.
Well, it was dry most of the time. After the sun went down, I looked there outside and the sidewalks were wet.
Boy, it's unbelievable how much water we've had this year. It does, I think, set a record, at least for Mount Juliet. I know it does. We've had just rain. We've had more water than I've seen in, well, just about 8 years.
Well, I've had enough for a while.
Yeah, me too. Very good. All right, that was James. He's here in Mount Juliet. Whiskey Alpha 4 Zulu Hotel India. Good signal. Who else? East?
KN4LXH.
Hey, Jimmy. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Struggling to make contacts on HI. I don't know what it is with 40 meters. It starts out really good. Just then as the net progresses, it just goes right in the pot.
Well, that's kind of the deal. As long as you know when it goes into the hole, when that's not a good time to start.
Yeah, of course, and then it starts just before sundown and then goes for a couple, 3 hours after that. So, at any rate, it's not a good deal. Maybe you'll get some more sunspots here in the future.
Well, we hope so. I mean, that would be where the fun is when we get more propagation. But what the deal is but if this were easy, if ham was real easy, like shooting fish in a barrel, over well, because I said women and children be doing it, and it was really a bad thing to say.
Well, probably 5 years from now, when the peak of the sunspot cycle occurs, we'll probably be complaining about how everybody's stepping on everybody else and how you can't find a clear frequency and all that stuff.
I think you're right. We'll be longing for the good old days when the airwaves weren't so busy.
Okay. Well, thanks for what you do there, fella. We'll hand it back to you.
Yeah, very good, Jimmy. That was Kilo November 4, Lima, not Luma. Kilo November 4, Lima X-Ray Hotel, Jimmy in Mount Juliet over by the high school and Lebanon Road. Who else is east?
KB4 SFM.
KB. How you doing there, Tom?
Doing very well. Sorry I missed your announcements tonight, but you've on the air for a long time. But Charles Cothran, him up in Lebanon is silent key now.
Charles Cothran. I don't think I know him. What was it called?
I don't remember his call. It's been so long, but I just saw in the paper that he's passed away. I think he was 79. No, 77.
Yeah, that's still. What's funny is 77 is almost right on dead on. I don't mean to use the term badly, but right on the money for average age of men. You know that? It's terrible.
Don't say that. I'm 70.
Obviously, that means that there's a lot that go before that. I've had many of my lots that last longer than that. I had a good family friend that passed away at 94, so or 95. That's what he was, 95. So I don't know if I want to live that long. I don't, you know, by the time I'm 95, maybe they'll have cures for everything I got.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll have a cure, you know, for just being stupid. Well, hopefully that'll be a cure. All right. Good evening to you and everyone on the net. I just thought I'd pass that in. KB4 SFN.
Yeah, very good. That was Tom. And that's Kilo Bravo 4 Sierra Foxtrot November. And sound good tonight, Tom. And that information, if anybody knows who Charles Cawthron is, over, he's in Lebanon. Was that where he was from? I lost Tom. He turned off. He lost his power. Anyway, from Wilson County. Charles Cawthron, Silent Key. Who else up next to east of Missouri?
Sorry, he was in Lebanon.
Okay, very good. Charles Cawthron, Lebanon. You can look him up on QRZ, I guess. Under you don't know how that's spelled, do you?
I think it's spelled with a K.
The last name spelled with a K first.
Yeah, instead of a C for Cawthron, I think it's K for Cawthron.
Okay. Well, it was in what paper? Was it in today's Tennessean?
It's in the Lebanon Democrat.
Okay. I have not seen that. I get two papers here free. One of them, I think, is the Lebanon Democrat, but I haven't seen it in a while. I think they dropped me off the list. Oh, you have to pay for that one. I don't get that one. All right, very good. If anybody has an update on that out of the Lebanon Democrat for Silent Key Cawthron, let me know. All right, very good, Tom. Appreciate the confirmation. Who else? Who else out of East? Please come in.
K4TWO.
Hey, very good. You didn't know Cawthron, did you, Wes?
Not off the top of my head, no. You're about an S3 tonight. Although I didn't hear James that well. Usually he comes in.
Yep, I'm with you. Well, you're doing about S3 as well.
Yeah, I don't know if James is running low power. I know I shouldn't be able to hear you, but
It come up now and again on 2 meters, you know.
yep. All right. K4TWO.
Yeah, very good. That's Wes. He's down near Watertown. Kilo Echo 4 Tango Whiskey India. Who is up next east? Please come in.
K4 DEZ.
Hey, Earl, what's up with you, man?
Oh, not much. Just sitting here trying to see why my phone activity is so slow in response of the various sites. So just hanging in, hanging out, being nosy sometimes, okay?
The hams could be charged with being nosy if they're just sitting listening to all the other QSOs, you know?
Yeah, I try to stay frequent with my self-proclaimed categories, you know, sandbagging and lollygagging and scanner listening on down here in the wilderness.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think I've probably mentioned on the air before. My wife will say that to me. Hey, there's somebody on the air. I go, listen, I don't have to be on every single conversation. You do know that.
Well, I don't know how to respond to that. That might be something you need to. Well, sounds like y'all are getting along real well.
Oh yeah, no, we're doing great. Yeah, yesterday was our 8th wedding anniversary. Been here 8 years and a little over 8 years, and it's all good. All right, very good. That's Earl, and he is in Noreen, just east of the Cedars of Lebanon Park. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Good signal. I'm glad you're doing fine. Don't forget the 10-meter net later. Who else east? Please come in.
KI4 GEI.
Is it Kilo India 4 Golf India Echo? Did I hear that right? Or Golf Echo India? Did I copy Golf Echo India? India 4 Golf Echo India. Still there?
Kilo India 4 Golf Echo India. We're
Tennessee.
Ah, very good. What part are you in right now?
Macon County, outside of Lafayette, Tennessee.
Oh, you're doing a real good job. You must have a fine antenna up there. What you using?
I think it's the X300A diamond, talking off the ST2000 with an MC60 mic.
Yeah, very good. Now your elevation must be good up there in that area.
Copy that. It's I think pretty good up here. I had Alan there, K4EAC, help me out with the microphone, and I got it working pretty good.
Yeah, very good. You don't know your house elevation, do you? I was just curious how high your antenna was because you're doing real well from up there.
I do not. The antenna's up. It's on a 21-foot pole, so I'd say it's probably about 26 foot up.
Yeah, is that first name Arthur or Art? Is that what you go by?
Copy that, Art.
Ah, very good. Yeah, you're a pretty good stretch. I was just looking it up on QRZ and what the distance was, and that's 70. You realize that's 71 miles?
No, I didn't. I'm pushing here. Let's see. I turned it up to 80 watts. I wasn't sure whether I could make it over there or not.
No, you're doing a great job. I don't think it's just conditions because you're coming in real well under these conditions, and I don't know that they're all that great. But no, you're doing a terrific job from almost 72 miles away. And again, I don't know the elevation, but it sure would be neat to find out what it was.
Copy that. I didn't get your call letters.
Oh, my call letters are K4PEW, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey. Did you just catch us on the air, or do you normally, because we have a net here every Wednesday and Saturday.
Negative. W4EAC told me about the get-together here. I think he said Wednesday through Thursday, I think is what I had written down. He told me it was a Simplex, and I said, well, I'll see if I can make the trip over there. I didn't know if I could or not.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, really. It's I'm anxious to see what your elevation was. I'll look it up. Well, good. That was Art in there. He's in Macon County up in I think that's pronounced. Is that Hohenwald? Is that how they say it? Hohenwald?
No, this is Macon County. It's probably about 36 miles northeast of Gallatin.
36 miles northeast. And it is KI4 Golf Echo India. Do I have a different address for you? Because it shows it is Hohenwald. Is that where you are?
That's negative. That's an old address. We just relocated about 5 months ago over here, and I'm about 15 miles just south of the Kentucky line.
Okay, so you're not quite 75 miles then. Okay, I got you. No wonder you're coming in so good. I thought, man, that was fantastic. Well, very good, Art. I'll have to, yeah, you need to get that updated in QRZ because it's people are going to think you're in someplace you're not.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, we just made the move, so I need to get a few things updated. Copy.
Very good, Art. Good to have you in there, and you're welcome anytime we're here. We do a 10-meter net tonight at right after this net, and we also do a 2-meter sideband net right after the Saturday net.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
I'm hearing him well down here in Dublin. He's shooting right over top of me, apparently to you, but I've got a good copy on it.
Yeah, he's just not, you know where he is, up there northeast of, well, in Macon County. You know where that is. I don't. I know of it, but I've not been there.
Yeah, Macon County is, well, it's on the state line. You can get, you know, it's a path between, say, Gallatin and Clay County. You can get up through there, but it's on the state line. It's a pretty good shot from you.
Oh yeah, no, it is. I'm guessing it's over. See, Gallatin is 30. I'm going to say 30. Well, it's 20 something plus another 30 something. It's probably closer to 50 or 60 miles.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, very good, Richard. Appreciate the input on that. Anyway, Kilo India 4 Golf Echo India, and that's Art. He's in Macon County. First time check in. I'd be happy to have you back anytime, Art. You're doing a good job from up there. Who else north?
KJ4 GMR, KJ4 HMB.
All righty. How you doing, Ray? Sound good?
Now, a couple of comments. Yeah, he's over at Westmoreland. We're around Westmoreland, which if you know where Westmoreland's at, between Westmore and Scottsville. That's Macon County. Yeah, we've been listening to it. Anyway, other than that, it's been a halfway decent day to be out. We'll get it. You have it back. KJ4GR. Oh, and just remind anybody if they need anything out of Dalton, give them my phone number. I'll bring it back with me.
All right. Ray is offering his kind services. He's going to Dalton, and he's going to go on Saturday, and he'll be, if anybody needs anything picked up, let him know. Anyway, appreciate it, Ray. And that's Ray, Kilo Juliet 4, Golf Mike Romeo, and his better half, Zoe, Kilo Juliet 4, Hotel November Victor, and they're both in Cottontown. And who else is north?
KK4TYW. Earlier today from White House on the HD. How you doing this evening?
Oh, there was a double in there. Hold on one second. Who was that last one? All I heard was, how you doing this evening?
That would be me, KC6HWR. Sorry about that. Yeah, we spoke earlier today on the HD.
Oh,
On the TQT.
ah, very good. Hold on one second. Let me get the other one first. The Kilo 4 Tango Yankee Whiskey. Go ahead.
Hey, Paul, this is Evans over in Armitage.
Hey, Evans. You doing well?
Doing pretty well. I got my X700 up at 40 feet this weekend, raised the ends of my dipole up to 40 feet, so everything starts at 40 feet now.
Oh, wow. See, I wouldn't be, well, unless you had a really, really bad antenna before, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference because you're too close for me to know the difference. But are you hearing people better than you ever had with that X700?
Yeah, I am hearing a lot better than I did last.
Yeah, it's amazing how well that, well, 24 foot tall certainly gives it a lot of capture area for signals.
Absolutely. It sure was a pain to get it up there, but now that it's up there, I'm happy.
Oh, yeah. Just wait for a nice breeze and go out and watch it. It's looks like a whip.
Yeah, I saw your video. I can't wait to go out and see mine do that.
Well, it's a, if you haven't noticed, I'm sure you did when you were putting it together. That thing is very well constructed.
Absolutely. It's built like a tank.
Yeah, no, I was very pleased with that. And again, it's, you get what you pay for, I think. And I mean, I know you get what you pay for, because I should have put that antenna up 50 years ago.
I just hope it's a long time before I have to rent another one of those 50-foot boom lifts. That thing was a pain to get in and out of my muddy yard.
Oh, I'll bet. Well, well, if you had the means, you probably would have laid down a bunch of plywood, but I don't think you did that.
No, I thought it was dry enough, and I've got a four-wheel drive, but I used every bit of it to get it in and out. And there'll be some landscaping that'll have to be done this spring now.
I got you. How much did that cost you for the like a half a day?
I got it over at Art Pancakes, half days.
You wish you didn't have to spend that, but it was worth it because you only have to do it once.
Yeah, I ended up keeping it for a full day and went ahead and raised the ends of my dipole and put up some lights and things like that. So when I saw the job was going to go slow, I just went ahead and added more work to it.
Cool. Making big progress. It's another, I think it's either 12 or 13 who have an X700 in their setup there. So yeah, welcome to the, I'll call it the 700 Club, but it's really the X700 Club.
Well, thank you. Diamond should send you some promotional stuff after all your efforts on the air.
Oh, I think, well, listen, I'm just glad they make an antenna that as far as I know, that's as good as that. So I'm just thankful. That's enough for me, that because they weren't selling that for a while. And a friend of mine from 15 years ago or so, he had one that he bought 20 years ago, and he had a signal that was killer. And I always thought, man, I really should have one of those. And I never could spring for even when it came out, I thought, man, how can I possibly justify that kind of money on an antenna? But it was worth it.
Yeah, while I was up there, I put up a TV antenna as well, and my scan channels went from about 14 channels to 82. So it was worth it all around, I think, to get up there. And the view was wonderful. It was beautiful on Monday. So had a good time.
Oh yeah, well, I'm glad you did. Really, I mean, it really makes a difference, even on the over-the-air television. How many channels did you get on the over-the-air?
Degrees and picked up 82 channels.
Wow. I know I don't have that many, but my antenna is not that high. Is it well, let's put it this way. The 80 includes obviously some other places besides Nashville. And
I'm guessing there's some duplicate in there. I haven't really had time to go through them all. I'm not much of a TV watcher anyway. I just set it up for my wife.
I wouldn't know either. I know I did that as well, and I noticed just today when I was or yesterday, I think it was. I noticed that there's like flip through and it's the same movie on two different channels, and there'd be the same program on two different channels. And I said, okay, I should delete those, but like,
Well, that thing says it's got a 60-mile range, so I'm some multiple areas out there.
yeah, but I find those ratings funny because try to imagine if they said that. They never say it about ham antennas. You ever notice that, what the range is? Because it's so dependent upon the elevation. Because if you put that down at 6 feet, you ain't getting 80 channels.
Yeah, I hear you. Height is everything.
Well, I went through that last night and I jokingly said, and it's true, no matter which antenna you look at in the MFJ catalog, in the Diamond catalog, in engineered, every antenna, what it says with the description, this baby's going to bring in the signals you never heard before, and you go, they can't all be true.
Absolutely, they're all the best. Everything I read about is the best. So I appreciate the likes of you getting in here and doing a real study on it. When you get one on your roof, you can talk with authority.
Oh yeah, no, I was just stunned at how well I received and how the signal reports I would get from people. I know there's a guy down in Columbia who listens to him. He can't hear me. I mean, I can't hear him, but in Columbia is a pretty good stretch south, and routinely he's there. So the reason I even find out about it because he tells my wife because he works with my wife. So yeah, it's kind of fascinating how a good antenna makes a world. Whiskey. I do have that right. Tango Yankee whiskey, right? Man, I can't see good. We appreciate you being there, Evans, and congrats on putting up that antenna. I know you'll enjoy it a lot. In fact, you probably already have. Up next was KC6HWR.
Yeah, there I am. What's going on, Paul? How you doing, buddy? Everything's good here. Like I say, I got the 200, not the 700. I don't know. I'm not the 700 club, but I can look forward to it someday.
Oh yeah, no, you do go by Darcy, do you not?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, just want to make sure. I obviously it is. No, it's like I said, it's really an issue of. It was important that I have, to me, antenna, not because I wanted to spend $400 on an antenna, but that since I was doing a net and I was net control, and I expect that I have to meet a higher standard than everybody else because it's again, not everybody has my elevation, not everybody had $400 or more to spend on an antenna, and also they are in a position where they're out where you are, and it would be helpful, but it's not helpful to talk to me or anybody here in the net.
Totally understood. Yeah, I used to run a station master self massage. Good antennas too, but more on the commercial side.
Yeah, let's not talk about commercial antennas. They get really pricey.
Yeah, they do the same thing for a lot more money.
Oh, hang on one. Yeah, my wife while we're talking on the air, and she's trying to avoid the camera. All right, very good, Darcy. Everything going well for you up there?
Yeah, everything's doing great. I appreciate you giving me a moment to get in here with the rest of the net. And yeah, I did look up the Dolphin amateur radio group. Get the ham fest, whatever they're going to have down there. It's obviously not as big as Huntsville by any stretch of the imagination, but it's probably decent.
No, I've not been, but I get reports that it's a very good ham fest.
It's the wrong answer. Yeah, Huntsville ain't nothing to dog.
First, did you catch that, Darcy?
Yeah, he got in there quick.
Well, I'll let Ray be the judge.
As big as Huntsville's inside.
Wow. So, well, I guess that would be. I wonder if that's simply because they're so close to like Chattanooga and Atlanta. Do you think that's the reason, Ray?
I I don't know, but I know they got 2 buildings or 3 buildings. Yeah, 3 buildings. Yeah, they got 3 buildings, and then they got. I'm gonna say it's a good half.
Huh. Yeah, I'll have to get down there. Swing it. That's yeah. Getting there after noon isn't going to be a good deal for me because that's what I'd have to do.
You can crawl in the trunk and go with me.
I'm going to the breakfast Saturday, man. Somebody's got to go.
I'll let somebody else do it for you.
I'd love to. No, I don't think I'm going to go. I'm not. Appreciate the offer, though. Anyway, let me get back. That was Darcy, Kilo Charlie 6, Hotel Whiskey Romeo, and he is in Cottontown, same place as Ray. Well, same general location as Ray. Let's put it that way. Man, hey, good to have you in there, Darcy. You were working the handheld before. What are you working off now? I mean, besides that 200.
Working the old Kenwood I have.
31.
Yeah, and it's a 731. Forgive me. Go back.
Yeah, I don't think I know the difference in those rates. I had an old Kenwood from the maybe late 70s, early 80s was my first radio I bought used, and it was great. Although all the light bulbs burned out, and it was a mess after I got rid of it. Anyway, very good, Darcy. Good to have you in there. Again, Kilo Charlie 6, Hotel Whiskey Romeo in Cottontown. Anybody else, Nora?
N for BTI.
N for Victor Tango India Charlie. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. School going well for you still?
Yep, it is. It is. Had a lot of homework today, but I got that. Yeah. We have this new computer program that we have to do. We have to do 55 topics, like math topics, on there a week. So I had to do that on top of probably 2 hours of homework a night on there. So I guess that's what you get for doing algebra in 8th grade.
Well, I had algebra in 8th grade as well. It must be the year that they do algebra still, and that was like that algebra class I took was, I don't know, what is that, 60 years ago, 58 years ago, something like that. So they're still doing 8th grade algebra, and it's still important.
Yeah, normally, so 8th grade algebra isn't the 8th grade class anymore. It's just 8th grade math. Algebra is actually a freshman class now. Oh, actually, geometry is the freshman class, but normally algebra is taken in high school. But algebra is like it's like you have to get into algebra. It's not like the normal math. There's also 8th grade math. There's algebra in 8th grade.
Yeah, okay. Still the same stuff though. Overall, I mean, there's nothing really new in math. It's all just, I guess, how they present it. But math has been pretty consistent over the centuries.
Yeah, it really has been very consistent, actually. Yeah, it really has been. And I like math a lot, but it's difficult. So, it is what it is. So, I'm having fun with it. But it is a lot of work. So, yeah. I hear a lot of ham fests going on. I really want to go to a ham fest. I haven't ever been to one, but fortunately, I have school, and it's not really much of a problem for most people. But I do have school, so I can't really go to any of the ham fests right now. But there is a couple that are when I'm not in school, so I'll try and make it to one of those.
Yeah, that'd be the night. We have a pretty nice one over there in Lebanon, over there at the fairgrounds in July.
Yeah, I heard about that one, but I was a little too late once I got my license last July.
Well, you can still show up.
Well, I didn't even know about ham radio back when that thing happened in July.
Okay, I got you. Well, whatever you do, if you have any plans to go into IT work, engineering of any kind, architecture, math is going to be your really important subject to you.
Yeah, that's what my dad tells me. He thinks math is really, really important, and I know it is too. He says, I missed 2 years of math because I was going to different private schools. My mom was taking me out of public and putting me in different private schools, but finally I can go back to public school, which is what I've wanted. Yeah, I mean, I missed out 2 years, but he said, hard work is just really what's important.
Oh yeah, no, it's keeping after it's very important. You're right, and your dad's right. It's very, very important. And don't ever let anybody say, well, I'm not going to use this after high school. Well, if you're going to be a professional, I assure you, you will need many forms of math, even if you don't go in engineering. I had to use it in what I did for a living, and I was sorry I didn't do better in school because I had to really work hard to get it right once I was out in the field.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get it right in school than it is whenever you have to learn it then, I'm guessing. But anyway, I'll let you get back to the net, and I'll be checking into the 10-meter net too. N4 VTI, give it back to the net.
Yeah, very good. That was Charlie, November 4, Victor Tango India, the youngest. Well, unless anybody has a self-identifies as younger than 13, he's the youngest guy in the group, youngest person in the group. That's November 4, Victor Tango India, and he's up in North Mount Juliet, up towards the river. Who else south? Or excuse me, north.
KN4 FAX, and I'm still up.
Oh my gosh, you stayed up. Well, you know, when it comes around the north, will be first, and a couple of nets, and you can go to bed early. How you doing there, Alan?
Okay. If anybody wants to know, life gets running after 80.
I'll bet it does. Yeah, it's great. I'm glad you still are doing well.
Okay. Let's get back to the net. KN4 FAX.
Yeah, very good. That's Kilo November 4, Foxtrot Alpha X-ray, and he's in the over 90 club, and he lives in Hendersonville, and that's I believe it's right. It's Otto, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. I thought I had it right. Very good. Glad you could stay up for the event, and appreciate you checking in. Who else we got north?
KB9 RKK.
Hey, Frank, KB9 RKK. You doing well?
So I'll be missing the next few nets because I got to go. It's pretty interesting. The youngest guy on the net and the oldest guy on the net.
Yeah, they're only about 80 years apart.
Almost exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. No, it just goes to show you that the ham radio is for all ages. I just wish there were more young people in it. You know, I just somehow, you know, as things progressed here with all cell phones and stuff, people gravitated away from it.
Oh yeah, but they both make me, like smile, because like, yeah, cool, young people are getting into it, cool. Hey, look, maybe you can, because
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, no, let's put it this way: as you age, in reasonably good health.
yeah, that's true. I mean, that was an interesting thing. I forgot who I was talking about it, but we were having a conversation about that the other day. It's like, yeah, everybody's living longer, but are they actually healthier?
Well, yeah, like I said, as I grow older, I'm hoping they find cures for everything I get.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's interesting. We had in our family, my grandmothers, both of them, lived to good into their 90s. But both grandfathers, passed away in their 50s and younger. So it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm amazed at that, how families have a genetic issue like with heart problems, and they go, wow, that's amazing. Because I knew people that high 20s and he had high blood pressure. And I said, man, so what can you do about it? He says, nothing. I said, my whole family's got high blood pressure.
Yeah, it's there's definitely, my one grandfather died at his 50, at my age. I actually just passed him. And the other one, he got sick. It's a little different. He was sick. They were out of penicillin, and he died at like 30. But right after my dad was still a toddler. But my mom's dad died at 50. Is like right after.
Oh boy. Yeah, I had my great grandfather on my father's side. He lived to be, I think it was 92 or 93. He still smoked and he still drank scotch every day.
It's amazing how some people could do that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's one thing I'm glad I never picked up. I didn't, I never started smoking or anything. None of my friends that I grew up with smoked, and even in the military, I didn't. Just that's one habit I didn't pick up, which I'm grateful for.
Oh yeah, no smoking. I smoked for 20 years, and it's I'll tell you right now, it's not good for you. Of course, everybody I think knows that.
Oh yeah, well, I met through the years that I've worked with and been friends with, and they're quit for financial reasons because our stuff was so expensive.
Oh yeah, no question about it. I mean, I quit 31 years ago, so if I'd pocketed all that money that I saved, I could have retired 10 years earlier.
Oh, easily. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue what a carton costs now. But even back, even back when I was younger, that stuff's like, man, that's one habit. I'm glad I wouldn't be able to have any of these hobbies if I had that problem.
Well, try to imagine there's still smokers in New York, and it's somewhere around $8 to $10 a pack. That's $80 to $100 a carton.
Oh my God! And I used to think $20 was a lot. I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely. But you know what? They say it's really hard. That's why I'm glad I didn't start. Because if it's anything like trying to quit coffee, then and I heard it's worse. Then yeah, I understand.
Well, it is. It's an addiction, and it truly is an addiction. It's it's not heroin, it's not morphine, it's not cocaine, it's not any of the other really bad drugs, but it certainly is a physical and emotional addiction. And it's I went through a class that when I quit smoking 31 years ago, but that's one of the issues. You got to, in the ones that are successful, you have to be committed to quit because you're overcoming an addiction, and it's a legal addiction too. That's the bad part. They're still legal. Well, anyway, let me run on here, Frank. Frank, was good to have you in there. That's Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo 2 days, so he's going to miss in the net. But I hope you have a good trip, a safe trip, and have a good time in Germany. Who else, North? KN4KXA. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. Hope you are too.
Oh, yeah. No, it's all good on ham radio. It's never, I can't say it's never bad, but it's certainly, it's not horrible. It's always fun to be on the air.
Absolutely. Much better than not being on the air, right?
Oh, definitely. You go by Robert or Bob?
Robert.
All right, very good. And I don't think if we've talked before, but I didn't realize I guess I forgot you were in Goodlettsville.
Roger that. I checked in for the first time, I guess, maybe maybe it was Sunday. I don't know. It's one day last week, anyhow. And so I caught up this time and looking forward to the 10-meter net.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, it was. It was the 15th. I just have it here on my notes here on the previous net. Yep, you sure were. You checked in early. You're like the fourth or fifth person to check in. But you have a good signal. Which antenna are you using up there? I know I asked you before, but you can tell me again.
J-pole. It was gifted to me by KN4FAX.
Oh, great. Yeah, just handing we all get hand me down antennas at some point, don't we?
You better bet. It's up on 10 feet of TV mast and about 2 feet of a wooden broom handle. Works pretty well.
Oh yeah, no, your signal from there in Goodlettsville is you're full scale to me, so you're doing fine. Are you using a stop?
An ICOM 5100 with an SM30 desk.
Okay, very good. No, I just is with such a strong signal, your audio isn't as robust as I expect it would be. I don't, if you listen to it on the YouTube, it'll be an hour into the net. You can tell for yourself.
Roger that. I'll tell you, I've done a little work with, or done a good bit of work with D-Star, and some of the D-Star guys had me turn the game down a notch.
Ah, okay. Well, that may have something to do with it. Need it there, but you might need it here. I don't know the difference. What happens on digital when you do that? But no, yeah, your audio is fine. It's just not like I said. It doesn't. It's not.
Man, I appreciate it, and next time we're on here, I'll kick it up a notch.
Sounds good. Well, very good. That was Robert. He is in Goodlettsville, and it's Kilo November 4 Kilo X-ray Alpha, and he's got a J-pole about several feet in the air, and he's doing a good job here. But yeah, it's at some point I'd love to see you get a better antenna because that J-pole has very little gain, but you're doing good due to your elevation issues. So well, let me ask you first: are you receiving many people in the?
Received quite a few. I'm in a real good spot. I may be in the tallest
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, I understand. I can tell my dog's in the background. Well, very good, Robert. Good to have you in there. Again, Kilo November 4, Kilo X-Ray Alpha in Goodlettsville. Who else is north?
KB4XATTP.
Hold on, I got the KB4. Who is that? There was two, a little bit of a double there.
KB4XATTP.
All right, one more time. I had my dogs barking in the other room. Sorry.
Kilo Bravo 4, X-Ray Victor, Tango Papa.
Okay, I got. Yeah, no wonder there was also a double in there. But the first one I did get fully was Kilo Bravo 4, X-Ray Victor. How are you?
Oh, getting older and dumber every day.
Oh, you couldn't get any dumber than me.
I don't know, I'm working on it. You know, can't remember nothing, so not very smart.
Oh, I don't know. It is a little annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, I got to write a note to remember doing things, but the only problem with that, I got to remember to read the note.
Yeah, you got to remember where you put it too.
Yeah, one good example is I built a trap dive pole for HF here a while back, and it failed here, broke and failed here a couple weeks ago, and it was a good thing because when I built it from some plans a guy had wrote years ago, and he did in decimal inches instead of fractional inches, and so like a dummy, I just figured I'd just convert them in my head. One had 6 legs, the antenna, and every leg is 2 or 3 inches off, so my whole antenna is about 10, 12 inches too short.
Oh, well, you can always add to that. I mean, a little bit of solder and some, you'll be all right.
Yeah, I gotta get out there and cut every section off and get them all a little longer. It was working good on a couple of bands, but a couple of bands it wasn't loading up too good, so I knew something was wrong.
Well, I'm with you. You're right. I have done similar things, but it was an error that caused those things. I don't know if it's a lack of brain power or just laziness.
Just lazy. I didn't want to take time to look up. Usually screw up.
I got you. Well, it's like a ham I know over in Lebanon. He says, if there's the wrong way to do it, I always do it first.
Yeah, but the right way is always too hard.
Yeah, but it's never too hard to do it twice.
Or 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, you got it. Well, very good, Gary. I hope you're doing well and keep the memory up to speed there. You're probably in the same boat I am. That's Kilo Bravo 4 in Castellan Springs. You're still there, right?
Yeah, just barely.
All right, very good. Again, Kilo Bravo, Gary in Castellan Springs. There was another one behind Gary. Who was that? North, please come down. Was there another station in there north of Mount Juliet?
Comment?
Yeah, go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah, it was a CTP station, but I think they're gone now.
Ah, Brian, you still there?
Yeah, that's K3CTP. Just didn't know if I put the thing together and I'm just thinking it wasn't working well.
No. We had several people that were doubling and tripling in there. How you doing, Brian?
Doing good, but I don't know why I don't go down to the basement. It's cold. I gotta fix that now.
Yeah. Well, is your basement normally heated?
This basement was supposed to be just a storage, I think. I don't know, but trying to fix it by little. It is no heat source right now.
Natural gas for the rest of the house?
Yeah, and I don't know that it's big enough to handle it. I was gonna put almost like units that they put in the hotels, package units.
Oh yeah, very good. Yeah, those can work real well. And of course, you can get those in the heat pump model.
Yeah, I think I'd have to do that. It's gonna have to wait for a little while. I'm still gonna get the drywall finished off down here. I've got one room done and another big room that isn't done yet.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of work, obviously. Well, very good, Brian. Everything else going well?
Yeah, pretty much. It's all going good. I got on the low bands a little bit, and they seem to be working, so that antenna's fine. And this one's not quite the 700, but I guess it's just a 3, so it's only got a
about 3 dB a gain. That's not bad though. Probably, with the antenna or the speed line loss, I'm about 45 watts to the radiated power then.
Yeah, you're doing fine. You're doing S9 to me, so you're doing fine. You're probably not doing as well to others farther south or west, but you're doing good. And yeah, it's still a nice antenna, it really is. I mean, I keep talking about the X700 because what I got, but all those other diamond antennas at the right elevation are great antennas.
Oh, he's 40 over here.
Yeah, very Elshire, northeast of Nashville.
Comment.
Go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah, he's over S9 here.
Well, you're close. You're 5 or 6 miles closer there, Charlie. I'm sure you are. Right across the river. All right, very good, Brian. Good to have you in. And that's Brian Kilo Alpha 3 Charlie Papa Tango, and he is in Hendersonville.
It's Charlie Tango Papa, but close enough.
I keep getting that backwards. Have you noticed that? I think I have Hamlexia. The Charlie to Tango Papa. Can't take Paul. That's what that stands for. Can't take Paul. Got it. All right, that was Brian. Who else is north? All right, late check-ins anywhere, any place.
November 4, Delta Juliet Tango.
Delta Juliet. See, you didn't put your standard words in there, so I didn't know what to write down. Don, you didn't say don't juggle turtles, so I was thinking, what are those letters again?
Oh, sorry. It's been a day. I tuned into the net, and I was like, man, there's nobody on the net. What's going on? And I hadn't been paying much attention to the radio today because I was hip deep in work. And I happened to look over and noticed that I had a blank socket window panel. So there's nothing else. So I quickly fixed that and call it the end of the net at least. Otherwise, I'm just wore the heck out. That's about all I can do right now. So it's been a rough few days of work, but it'll be better Saturday. The boys are getting here early. One guy's gonna show up about 8. We're gonna start building this antenna and hopefully get it all up in the tower and turn it and spin it and get the 6-meter antenna up there too, and I can call it a day.
Oh, sounds good. Another one man making progress with his ham antennas. Well, good to have you in there, Don. Yeah, you find out that that other open end of the window, what do you call it? The bulkhead connector doesn't radiate or listen very well.
No, it doesn't. Oh, and by the way, Evan has a huge signal than you do. Yeah, I was gonna have to hand him a cup of coffee. I thought he was sitting next to me.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure he does. He was a full scale to me, so I would expect he's in a good location though too. And Hermitage being a little closer, and he's got. I was trying to remember how your signal. Yeah, it comes south. Actually, I come over a couple of big terrain issues going over to you, and vice versa.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a booming signal. It used to be like nothing. I can sort of hear him in there, but that's a huge difference. And 40 feet in the air, that'll do it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, very good, Don. That was Don. November 4, Delta Juliet Tango, trying to do radio by osmosis through. Is anybody else late checking? But John, you were loud and clear. Is everything going all right?
Oh yeah. I just walked in, happened to catch the tail of it. I see.
Oh yeah, no, you were number 30 in there tonight. We're setting some higher numbers than average, but like I said, while I keep track, it's not a contest.
Absolutely. I'll let you get on, work your way down the stack.
All right, very good. That was John. He's in Bellevue. Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo. There was another station in there.
KJ 4 Alpha Kilo Juliet 4 Echo.
Echo Victor Romeo. Very good. I don't think you've checked in before, have you?
I have one time before, yes. But I wanted to ask you about your antenna. What are you using?
I'm sorry, ask me about what? You're a little low on the audio.
I was asking about what antenna you are using.
Oh, I'm using the Diamond X. That's X-Ray 700 It's a 24 foot tall, about a 9.3 or 9.4 dBi antenna, and it's beautiful antenna. It works great. Yeah, your signal for some reason really degraded there, and I didn't catch that. Where are you located right now? Oh, yeah, you must have a really, what antenna are you using? Because your signal is really low, being where you are over there in Nashville. No, I didn't get a copy on that. That is, you go by William or Bill? Say again? Somebody else copying that because I can't make it out properly.
I couldn't, but he's on a rubber duck.
Oh, that's why he's on an HT. That mic there, I think it is.
Yeah, FT81A.
Yeah, no, I mean when you're in the right spot, it does pretty well. But just I'm doing the hard work here for you. But you know what I'm saying is, yeah, working off an HT makes it tough.
Well, I appreciate it. One more thing, you mentioned YouTube. You post videos of the net?
Oh yeah, it's a live feed right now. As a matter of fact, if you ever want to look at the old ones, just look at my call, Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey, and it'll bring up that that thing, and you'll just go to the live. You go to the videos, and either if it's live, you'll see it, or you can see it.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming to that. But I'll let you carry on. KJ4
Yeah, no, I didn't get the first name there. What was that again?
I go by Joe, Juliet, Oscar, Europe.
Ah, okay, very good, Joe. Got you in there. Appreciate it, and good to hear you in there. And you're always welcome. And you can join us on that groups site, the groups.India Oscar site for the email group if you'd like to.
Thank you. I will. And it's your call time.
No, this one you just look up under MJSS, Mike Juliet Sierra Sierra. You'll find us in there. It's under the ham radio section, MJSS. So you just do a search on MJSS and it'll come up.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, very good, Joe. Glad to have you in there. Anybody else late checking? I need to move along.
KR4AZ.
Oh, man, you always jump in there last. What's up with that, Tim?
I jumped in there a minute ago, but it was a pile up. Doing all right about yourself.
Oh, I'm doing great, man. You're number 32.
Well, I remember being 32, barely. But anyway, I was gonna tell you that fella's on the J-pole, Robert. He was I was getting him by an S9 down here in Murfreesboro, so he's doing okay.
Oh yeah, now Murfreesboro is not too bad going north-south. It really isn't too bad at all. I joke about it, as you know. It's I'm not going to say it again.
J-pole was doing a good job. All right, let me get out of here and let you get on, so you can get finished up. I know it's getting late on you. Take care, Paul. Appreciate it. KR4AZ.
Yeah, very good. That was Tim, Kilo Romeo 4 Alpha Zulu. He's in Murfreesboro with a good signal and a good report on that J-pole that was up in, where was that? That was in, I think that was Gallatin with the J-pole. But anyway, doing a good job. Who else? Any other late ticket?
KN4PQX.
Hey, Joey, you're doing well also in school?
Yep. I have a calculus test tomorrow morning, so I'm just studying and more studying.
Yeah, well, having never taken calculus, and I know that you say it can be difficult, and once you understand it, but I think it's understanding the concepts more than it is, like a lot of memorization, isn't it?
It's a little bit of both, but yeah, I mean, really, with anything you're doing, and memorizing, understanding the concepts is really the big important part of it.
Yeah, and I think that's where sometimes basic, school and junior high school and high school, they don't always get across properly. I don't think, at least from my experience, that the applicability of the math that you're doing, they never really get to that point.
I would agree with that, because in high school, I mean, I really hated math,
Like it was just the worst thing ever. It was just terrible. But now it's not so bad because I understand the concepts and it's a little easier.
Yep, I hear you. I know what you're saying. Well, very good, Joey. Everything else going good for you, though?
Yeah, pretty good.
Well, very good. And that was Kilo November 4, Papa, Quebec X-ray, and he is south of me about 5 miles near Percy Priest Lake. Who else? Any other late check-ins? No other late check-ins? No lollygaggers, lurkers, sandbaggers, scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, end-time survivalists, or flat earthers. Very good. Then we'll close on that out. We had 33. It's the biggest number we've had in a number of months. But again, while I keep track and I do announce the numbers, it's not like it's a contest. It just happens to be that's who showed up that day and was able to and wanted to. Drags the net out quite a way. But it's not as bad as, we're going to move over. I'm going to close this portion of that and move over to the 28.415. 28.415 upper side band, and we'll be there momentarily. Appreciate all the check-ins. K4PW. This is Kilo 4 Papa Echo Whiskey with the 10 meters portion of the upper sideband of the Simplex net on Wednesday night. We'll start taking check-ins from where we did earlier, from the west. Please come in.
KM4YRF.
Hey, good to have you in there. Got you in there, Michael. YRF. Who else, West? All right, November 4, Delta Juliet Tango. Little light tonight, but I still copy you. Who else, West?
Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo.
All right, very good. I got Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo. Got you in there. Who else, West? South, please come now. All right, I think it was Donnie. Kilo 4 Oscar, Foxtrot Oscar. Got you in there. I probably have to raise my volume because everybody's a little low to me tonight. But South? Anybody else south? One over to the east then. KE4TWI, that's west. Good signal in there. Who else is south? I caught part of that there, Earl. Kilo Echo 4 Delta Echo Zulu. Did your mic drop out there?
No, you started east and then you went back south, so I didn't know whether to do or whether not to. But anyway, I'm in there. Delta Echo Zulu.
I got you in there. That's Earl over there in Noreen. Who else we got? East or south?
East, KG4 to my three.
Hey, good to have you in there. You missed the 2 meter, man.
No, I was listening.
Well, I can't count you. I'll just count you down as a lurker then.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
All right, very good. Who else? Who else we got? See, that's what I say. There's a lot of people I know that do listen. I don't know who they are all the time, but I know they do. Who else we got? East or north? Please come in. I got N4 of ETI. Got you in there, Charlie. There was another station in there too. Is there another station north? What was that? TYW? Kilo 4 Tango Yankee Whiskey. Got you in there. There was another station in there too from north. KM4KX. I already forgot what that number was. Hold on one second. I got it in my notes right here. KM4. I'm sorry. Kilo November 4 Kilo X-ray Alpha. Correct?
Kilo November 4 Kilo X-ray Alpha Robert.
No, I got it. I got it. But it is Kilo November 4, Kilo X-ray Alpha. All right. Anybody else north or west?
KV.RKK, indoor inverted V.
All right. You got your good strong signal there, Frank. Hold on one second. Kilo Bravo 9. Where am I here? I can't read my own writing here. Okay, Romeo Kilo Kilo. North.
KN4 FAX.
Boy, you stayed up really late there, Otto. Got you in there. Good strong signal.
Roger, thank you.
All right, very good. And who else was in there north? Otis. That's right. That didn't sound right to me when I said it the first time. Very good. That's Otis. I'm glad you corrected me on that. Who else? Now I'll remember, of course. Who else we got north or anywhere for that matter? Reach out. Say that again. I heard you before, and I can hear you pretty good now. It sounds pretty good. Now you're vertical?
I'm vertical now, dipole first time.
Ah, very good. No, you were a little lower then. I just raised the volume here, which I should have done earlier. But no, you're doing fine, Donna. You're really good. Your signal's fine to me. Was there anybody else late check-ins anywhere, any place? Is anybody copying? I think I hear a station in the background. In the background.
I think it was Alpha Tango Zulu.
Alpha Tango Zulu. Okay, try that one more time, please, because I'm not copying it. Is anybody copying it? I can barely make it out. If I had headphones on, I probably should do that, but I can't hear it. Anybody copying that?
K4AC, I believe you said.
Ah, wow, Tim, I thought it might be, but yeah, your signal's really low tonight. I don't know. Is there anything going on there? KR4AZ, got you in there? Okay, tell me on FM later what you got going on there. Any other check-ins, please come on. Was there another station in there? Anybody copying another station? No. I do have, hold on, let me count the numbers here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boy, that's another big number. It's 14 in there tonight. And I got to get the names right here. And that's Charlie. Hold on. Ah, very good. That's Evans. I was trying to remember all the names here. This is a different list I work on. Hold on. All right, I think I got them. All right, we start at the bottom and then Frank, Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo, and he's in. And Robert, Kilo November 4, Kilo X-ray Alpha. And we have Evans, Kilo 4, Tango Yankee Whiskey, and he's in Hermitage. And we got November 4, Victor Tango Indio Charlie here in North Mount Juliet, fairly north, yep. And we got also had Kevin in there, Kilo Golf 4, Mike India Zulu in Lebanon, good signal. And then we had Kilo Echo 4, Delta Echo Zulu in, that's Earl over in Noreen. Kilo Romeo 4, Alpha Zulu. Very low Sigsky India West in Watertown. Kilo 4 moving from a horizontal to a vertical down south of me in Hermitage. And Whiskey 4 Alpha Whiskey Echo. John in Bellevue. November 4 Delta Juliet Tango Don in what you call it, in Bon Aqua. Now, Don, you can tell me, your signal was lower. I don't know if it's conditional issue or what. Kilo Mike 4 X-ray Romeo Foxtrot. No, that's Kilo Mike 4 Yankee Romeo. Shouldn't scribble. That's Mike over in Bellshire. And then, of course, myself, Kilo 4 Papa Whiskey. And I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 14, big record. And we're going to finish the net. You guys may talk among yourselves. I'm jumping back over to 415 Simplex and on FM, and we'll go from there. It's a big night.
Thanks all. See you for a while.